Hi everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and today I'm going to be making a bright and happy birthday card. I knew that I wanted to make a birthday card for today's video because today is actually my grandmother's birthday, and it's the first birthday that she's not here with us today. So I wanted to create a birthday card that reminded me of her. She loved flowers. She was an avid gardener, and she just had this bright, happy, sunshine personality. So everything that I put into this card reminds me of her. I started by taking the big word dies birthday, and I cut out that large birthday word from some gray cardstock. I'm going to take the hand-tied bouquet stamps and just take each of these little bouquets and stamp them over top of this word. I wanted to create a subtle floral theme so that it wasn't super in your face, but it was subtle and it was there. So I'm using alloy ink, and I'm just going to take a bouquet, line it up over one of the letters in this birthday word, and just stamp and cover this birthday die cut word with these flowers. I'm using the alloy ink, which is a light gray, so I'll stamp this a couple times to make sure that that ink is visible. And once I was done, I realized that those flowers were maybe a little bit too bold, but I liked the look. So instead of scratching this and starting over, I grabbed my white ink pad and a blending brush and just added a little bit of ink over top of this die cut to tone that down a little bit, and I liked the way that looked. Now, my grandma, like I said, she had a sunshine personality, just always happy to be here. So I wanted to use some warm sunshine colors that reminded me of her for my background. I'm starting with In Your Face Orange, which is one of my favorite oranges from LDRS Creative, and then I'm going to blend that with Dandelion, which is my absolute favorite LDRS Creative color. I love this sunshine yellow. And I'm going to just make sure that I blend those two colors together where they meet to get a seamless blend. Now, if this is not perfect, don't worry. We're going to be adding some texture to the background to help even out that color. I have this old brick wall 6x6 background stamp, and I'm going to place that into my stamping platform and pick it up with my lid. Now you're going to see me here peel up this stamp and roll it back down onto the lid. That's to make sure that I don't have any bubbles in that stamp. When you have a large background stamp like this, a lot of times you'll have a bubble behind the stamp when you press it onto that lid, which is going to make it so that you don't get a very even impression. So I like to pick it up and then peel it back and roll it back on. And that's just because it's a large stamp. I've placed my cardstock into my stamping platform where I want it to be, and then I'm going to use alloy ink and stamp this twice to kind of add that gray, subtle old brick wall texture to the background. Once I have this stamped, I wanted to add just a little bit more texture, so I'm going to grab my shimmer black watercolor and just add some spatters. If you know me, you know that I love spatters and I can't have a background without them. So I'm just going to add some spatters and distress this background a little bit. From here, I'm going to add some foam tape behind my sentiment, and I use those dies to cut the backer from some vellum, and that's going to help that birthday stand out a little bit more from the background. I also die cut that word happy and added that onto my sentiment, and this card is done. I hope you love it as much as I do. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!